All right, ordinary Buddha here. Going to talk about some weird stuff, but I like weird stuff. What is an alpha male? How to be one? My ex-wife would probably tell you it ain't me, but and we're gonna just look at this model of the dominance hierarchy. All right, so the dominance hierarchy is an organizational system found within social structures. Okay, mostly in the animal world. So I think a lot of times we like to apply this animal model onto people, and that works, but only so well because we are animals, but we're not really animals. We're evolved animals. So we need to evolve this model. So we're going to look at it in three kind of iterations, right? We're going to evolve this model along. So as it applies to animals, and then how maybe it could apply to people. So in this organizational system found within social structures, that is the dominance hierarchy, it's a value system. Basically, it rates the value of individuals based on how much power they command, right? So in like a wolf pack or in a social, I don't know, social animal group, there's like alpha, beta, delta, I think, and omega. Okay, so those are the roles from ascending to descending order, right? So I think a lot of times people apply that over to people. I'm an alpha male. Yeah, I'm the most dominant. I'm the most powerful. I walk with my chest out. I look at people in the eye. I'm confident. I know what to say to women. I know what I'm doing. I make my decisions like that. It's like those are traits, but they're not necessarily the definers. They don't define the characteristics of, what that person is. And then the beta male, he's less of value than the alpha, and so on until you get to the end, which is the omega male, which has no value basically. So I don't like value systems. I don't like guilt. I don't like feeling bad. So that's the animal model applied from animals onto people. But like I said, we're going to evolve this model and we're going to look at it in two different ways now to try to make it more kind of realistic with how we are as people, right? So if we think about the dominance hierarchy and we think about what it's really based around, we can get a better picture, right? So let's take a wolf pack, right? In a wolf pack, the alpha male and the alpha female have exclusive rights to breeding. They're the breeders, okay? So the omega male, he is definitely not allowed to breed with the omega female in a wolf pack, and the omega male is severely restricted in his access to breeding. Like, so he might get to breed, he might not get to breed, and if he does, he's got to hit it and run. So what's this going to do over time, right? Well, the drive to breed in the alpha male and alpha female is going to be expressed more, and it's going to be stronger. The drive to breed in the omega male is going to be weaker. It's going to be weaker, and he's going to pass a weaker drive to breed to his offspring, right? So look at bears, two bears fighting. They're fighting for a mate. They're fighting to breed, okay? So now we all kind of believe, or we've kind of been taught to believe, that the strongest physical bear is the one that's going to win. Maybe, but what if we just looked at it different? The bear with the strongest drive to breed is going to win. He's going to fight harder. He's going to fight further. He's going to win. The physical strength might not necessarily be the determinant factor, because if his drive to breed is stronger, he'll put in more effort, right? Same with buck deer, antelope, elk, whatever. Is it the deer with the bigger rack or the bigger drive to breed? Okay, so we're going to just focus on that breeding, procreating, okay, making offspring, because we kind of look at the dominance hierarchy. It's based around breeding. Okay, so let's apply that to people in our second model, right? So if you have a stronger drive to breed than not, we're just going to call you an alpha male. Okay, and if you don't have a stronger drive to breed, if your drive to breed, to procreate, not to get laid or have fun or pleasure or have a family or whatever, just to make people, is not as strong, it's less strong, then we're going to call you an omega. We're not going to look at the two in the middle right now. We're just going to look at alpha and omega. Okay, so if you're an alpha male, based on this model, we can see, you're going to have a strong drive to breed. You're not going to have a problem finding a girlfriend or getting a mate. Um, you're going to be driven towards attaining the resources that allow you to breed, which in this society is money. You're probably going to go to college. You're going to basically do the things that are expected of you to do because you want to pass, you want to breed, you want to pass on, you want to make children, pass on your offspring, right? Boom. That's what you're going to do. So if you're an omega male, you don't have a strong drive to breed. I mean, are you just going to lay down and die? No. Well, what is your drives going to be towards? This is where people really start to differentiate from the rest of the animal kingdom. This is why this model needs to be evolved. Because if you look at people, now people have a body, we all have a body and we have a spirit, right? Now the spirit is basically in us, it allows us to create culture. And culture in terms of humans is what makes humans amazing. And culture is just the expression of the human spirit. Culture is the expression of the human spirit. So we have art, we have tools, people push the limits of what we think is humanly possible and humanly capable. We have so many people out there doing all of those things, right? So if you don't have a drive to breed, but you have a strong drive to do something else, which is going to be pretty much what's going to be there, you don't have to just be an omega male. You can be an alpha omega male. So let's take examples of alpha omega males. Okay, Alex Honnold, free solo climber in that movie Free Solo. He climbed 3,000 feet up El Capitan with no protection, right? This guy in a movie they made, he's got a girlfriend. He doesn't got any kids. I highly doubt he has any drive to make more people. So, but he has so much drive to push the limits of what is humanly capable. He's risking his life. And he's inspiring all these other people in doing it. David Goggins, I'm not really sure if he has kids. I don't really know much about his personal life. I would bet that he doesn't. Pushing the human spirit. He doesn't seem like he's really interested in having kids and a family, but he's runs 100-mile races. He trains really hard. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, so is he an omega male, or can we call him an alpha omega male? That's what I'm saying, right? So because if you think about it, if we weren't breeding, if we didn't have people who were breeding, then we wouldn't have humans. And our bodies wouldn't be evolving, okay? So, and if we didn't have people who were creating art, we wouldn't be evolving either. You see what I'm saying? So now that's the second model, kind of. But there's that lingering question, and the lingering question is, well, what if, I don't have a strong drive to breed, or what if I don't have a strong drive to do anything else? Does that make me equally less valuable, or does that make me less valuable than the others? So that's where we need to evolve the model continually, because everybody needs to have equal value. I mean, basically, and people are going to say, well, some people just do and some people just don't. Okay, well, sure. If you want to be more powerful than somebody else, you can say that. I don't need to be more powerful than anybody else. So let's continue evolving this model so everybody has equal potential, right? Because that's what this is about. So let's think about a blackberry bush, a raspberry bush, right? And on this bush, there's all these different little berries. And some of them are just coming up and they don't have any color on them. Like a blackberry, it's red before it turns black, right? And it's the flower bud. The flower bud starts to kind of fold in on itself, and then the inside of the flower starts to come out, and that's the berry, right? So we got this bush, and we're going to call this the bush of humanity. And on this bush of humanity, we have all these different little berries, which are the people, okay? And some of them are black, and they have their shape, and they know exactly what they are, and you know exactly what they are. They're blackberries. And some of them are red, and they don't know exactly, maybe they know what they're going to be, but they don't know exactly what they are yet because they're not it. And then you have the little green buds. Yeah, it's green, the green little hard buds, and then they turn red, and they soften up, and then they turn black, okay? So that's the evolution of the blackberries, right? So the green buds that are just coming up, the hard little, the seedlings of the blackberry fruit, right? They might not know what they are, right? I don't know what I am. I'm just on this bush of all these people, and I'm going to turn into something. And then maybe the red ones are looking at the black ones and they're saying, yeah, I'm going to turn black. I'm going to be a black one, right? So, and then the black ones are like, I'm a blackberry, dude. I know exactly what I am. I'm going to get picked and I'm going to get eaten by Will. So you see, like, if we're all people on this bush of humanity, and we're all little blackberries, and we're in different stages of our development and our fruiting, right? Then you're going to see we can have all these different stages, and not one has any more value than the other. It's just that we're all in different stages of maturity, right? Because let's look at the beta male now. Now, what is the job of the beta male? The job of the beta male in society is to back up the alpha male. Why does he do that? Why? Why does he do that? Because he's learning how to be an alpha male. See, he's just hasn't yet matured. He hasn't turned black. He's red. Okay, I'm gonna be black. I'm figuring out what it's gonna be like, right? And then he moves on and he does his stuff. You see what I'm saying? Maybe the green buds, it doesn't know what it is yet. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna be something. I don't have my passion. I don't have my drive. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find it. Maybe I just need to turn red first, and then I'll find it. You see, like if we don't have a drive, or we don't have a passion, or whatever it is, that doesn't mean we don't have any value. That just means that we need to continue living, trusting ourselves, listening to ourselves, and just letting life happen, maturing, becoming self-confident, self-aware, becoming, self-assured. Like, hey, this is what I think. This is what I feel. This is what I want. I'm going to do it. I can do it. Like, gaining the experience to believe those things that I just said, like, that's basically, and once you do that, that's it. And you know what? Integrity is the key. Integrity. Just trusting yourself, believing in yourself enough to follow yourself and take yourself to where you want to go. I mean, that's really all it is. So anyways, those are my 3 models of evolving along the animal dominance hierarchy or whatever. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Ordinary Buddha here if you made it 13 minutes. All right. Peace out.